Imagine being a witness to the untold sagas of wild boars, where each battle is a gripping tale of courage, strategy, and primal instincts. These wild warriors of the wilderness aren't just ordinary swine. They're relentless forces of nature engaged in epic showdowns for dominance and survival. In today's heart-pounding adventure, we're unraveling the mystique of 10 incredible wild boar battles and brutal attacks that will leave you in awe of nature's raw power. Number 1. Wild boars versus wild dogs. Ever wondered who'd win in a wild showdown between boars and dogs? Spoiler alert, it's a wild ride. Watch as a cunning wild boar faces off against a relentless pack of dogs, showcasing its survival smarts. Can the wild boar outwit and outlast its barking opponents? Meanwhile, a trio of boars engages in a playful pursuit of a dog, turning a casual stroll into an unexpected spectacle. Will the dog outrun its persistent pursuers, or will the boars get the last laugh? Number 2. Wild boar versus wild boar. Wild boars might not be runway models, but they're the power players of the animal kingdom. In a quirky battle of wits, two wild boars duke it out over mud? Or perhaps a potential wild boar romance is in the air. These creatures, adorned with distinctive warts, use their tough hides to navigate the rough and tumble of mating season. Watch as the wild boars engage in a head-to-head clash, tusks clashing and stamina put to the ultimate test. It's a wild boar brawl that goes on for over an hour. No breaks, no surrender, and definitely no dull moments. Number 3. Wild boar attack vehicles. Get ready for some wild boar shenanigans. In this epic car encounter, a gigantic mama pig decides to check out vehicles, lifting and standing on them just for kicks. Forget the other cars, this pig's got its eyes on a bike, attempting a not-so-sneaky theft for a quick joyride. But alas, the bike is locked, and it seems this hog missed the lock-picking memo. Things escalate as the boar goes on a Hong Kong rampage, requiring a small army of police armed with riot shields and nets to tame the beast. It's like Godzilla's distant pig cousin causing chaos. Number 4. Wild boar versus hyenas. Wild boars versus hyenas. It's a showdown you didn't know you needed. Hyenas, usually not bothering with adult wild boars, get a surprise when hunger strikes. Mama wild boar steps up to protect her babies, turning the battlefield into a tense standoff. The hyena eyes its potential meal, but the wild boar isn't backing down. Watch in awe, with the hyenas outnumbering the wild boars, leading to the youngest wild boar being snatched. Nature's drama unfolds as these creatures clash in a wildlife spectacle you won't want to miss. Number 5. Wild boar versus crocodile. Check this wild family gathering with Papa and Mama boar, aunts, uncles, and kids having a blast when suddenly a menacing crocodile gatecrashes the party. The little boars, curious about the croc's teeth, get a snarky reply. Chaos ensues as the boar parents go berserk, jabbing and cursing the uninvited guest. It's a wild twist as the boars, usually tough, fend off the unexpected intruder, leaving the croc seeing stars. Who knew family picnics could turn into epic animal showdowns? Number 6. Wild boar versus cheetah. Imagine a peaceful watering hole scene where cheetahs casually sip water and enter a group of wild boars. Suddenly, chaos erupts as the cheetahs get a surprising kick in the buttocks. The drama unfolds as a daring cheetah targets a young wild boar, only to face the wrath of Mama Wild Boar. With incredible agility, she intercepts the cheetah mid-sprint, throwing off the entire hunt. In a heart-stopping moment, the cheetah's prize is snatched away as Mama Wild Boar rushes in, hurling the cheetah into the air. Talk about a wild twist. These wild boars prove they're not to be messed with. Number 7. Wild boar invading shop. Ever heard of a wild boar going on a shopping spree? Well, this rebel porker busted into a warehouse like it owned the place, turning it into a chaotic boar battleground. Chairs toppled, people dodged, and the boar even pulled off a daring desk-jumping stunt. Then there's the wedding crasher boar, barging into a hair salon for a quick shave. The stylist scrambles out, leaving the poor pig stranded. All he wanted was a fresh cut to impress his bride-to-be. Talk about swine romance gone wild. And if that's not enough, watch a gang of boars snatch groceries, sparking a wild debate on their city escapades in Italy. Can't a pig grab some snacks without causing a stir? Number 8. Wild boar versus lion. Wild boars, they might not challenge a lion to a face-off, but when push comes to shove, they're no pushovers. Picture this, a wild boar sprinting for its life, hoping the lioness gets tired. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. And just when you think it's over, a bold young lion decides to drop by for a cooking lesson. Forget the kitchen, it's a showdown in the wild kitchen. Will the wild boar escape the menu or end up as the main course? Get ready for a front row seat to the ultimate predator showdown. Wild boar versus lion. Who's your money on? Number 9. Wild boar versus bear. It's not your typical hunting scene. So there's this bear just chilling at a watering hole, minding its own business. But guess who decides to drop by for a sip? Yep, you got it, a ginormous wild boar. The bear, surprisingly, doesn't go all attack mode. In fact, it seems more interested in claiming the watering hole than turning our boar buddy into lunch. The boar, being the wise one, dashes off initially, only to return moments later for a casual drink. It's like a weird friendship ritual, and the bear seems totally cool with it. Maybe it just wanted a spa day at the watering hole and thought, sure, why not? Then there's a black bear getting into a wrestling match with another wild boar. The onlookers are honking like crazy, hoping to scare the bear away. But hold up, the bear is so laser focused on the boar brawl that it doesn't even flinch at the honking orchestra. Talk about dedication. Our last bear adventure involves an attempt to snag a pig from its enclosure. The bear's going all out, pulling, ripping, and causing a ruckus. Meanwhile, the other pigs are like, not our problem, mate. I'm left wondering why the filmmakers didn't play superhero and intervene, considering this ain't your typical wild scene. It's a farmyard frenzy. Number 10. Wild boar versus leopard. Let's switch gears to the epic face-off between wild boars and leopards. A tale of survival, cunning moves, and of course a newborn wild boar in the mix. Leopards beware, wild boars aren't your run-of-the-mill prey. They're like the Chuck Norris of the animal kingdom. Tough cookies you don't mess with. But hey, in our video, a daring leopard decides to take on a newborn wild boar. Bold move, right? The wild boar mama isn't having any of it though. She charges in like a superhero and sends the leopard soaring through the air. The leopard, being the crafty cat it is, lands on its feet with the baby wild boar securely in its jaws. Talk about a high-flying rescue mission. In another scene, a leopard ambushes a wild boar, thinking it's an easy meal. But surprise, surprise, the wild boar pulls off some Matrix-style moves, leaping into the air and leaving the leopard dumbfounded. Quick thinking, Mr. Wild Boar, quick thinking. As the saga continues, the leopard and the wild boar engage in a game of cat and, well, wild boar. The chase is on, and just when you think the leopard has the upper hand, the wild boar pulls a trick from its sleeve, or hoof. It dives into a watering hole, where even a cheeky crocodile can't spoil its escape. But wait, there's more. 3 wild boars team up against a leopard. It's like a wild version of Mean Girls, with the leopard desperately trying to escape their constant attacks. The feline friend dashes for the bushes, probably planning to climb a tree and shout, "You can't sit with us." And then, out of the blue, a rival leopard enters the scene. Instead of joining the wild boar buffet, it decides to play superhero, taking on the leopard threat. Result? The wild boar makes a daring escape, proving that sometimes the enemy of your enemy really can be your friend in the wild animal kingdom. As we wrap up this thrilling expedition, don't forget to hit that like button if these wild boar battles left you breathless. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Which battle had you on the edge of your seat?